What's up, YouTube? This is Jeff McCoy. I'm bringing you the Jonathan Nelson praise break tutorial that he did with purpose. I will be doing a simpler praise break for beginners, a very, very basic one for those who just are clueless on where to begin. I know there's some folk out there that need that, so I'm going to do that soon so you can look for it. But I'm going to go ahead and jump right on into this particular deal right here. As you know, this thing is done starting with a E-flat walk, which you can go up or down, whichever you feel comfortable with. Basically, you might want to go from the E-flat, G, A-flat, A, B-flat, C, D-flat, D, and E-flat. And then do the same walk, starting going back to the G, and then walking it back from under with a C, D-flat, D, and E-flat. It all depends upon what your personal preference is. You can just keep it one particular way, one cycle. But for the most part, it's that walk is the majority of the praise break. Of course, the bass man is really doing a whole lot of different stuff, but I just want you to be able to play it because I'm making the assumption that you're playing by yourself. So you may not have a bass player. You need to get as much of the meat of things together as possible. So most of my tutorials will be based upon that understanding that you're having to do things all by yourself. Okay, and that you don't have a band. Now, we were starting with the E-flat in the left hand as well as in the right hand. We got E-flat and a B-flat and an E-flat again. Now, initially it's just hitting a bunch of stabs. So you got, and the bass is walking with it. Now, a little bit slower. Watch the cadence, the way it falls. Now, there's a cycle, roughly about 4 movements of this particular portion, and then it switches up. It builds, each level, each place builds upon the one before as it goes to the next segment. So about 4 times around, it's going to add to that instead of going just on that one note by itself, bouncing off of it, of the E-flat and the B-flat rather. It's going to be adding a G-flat to a G. Now, keep it in mind for those who it might be a little bit more complicated for. You don't have to do the B-flat. If you want to drop a note out, just stick with the E-flat. And when you get ready to go to the next cycle, we're going to the G-flat. You're going to G-flat to the G. Now, if you do want to add a middle note, I would suggest hitting that D-flat and letting it end with that tritone. So you got, I'm walking with it. So, okay. So from there, now you're going to be doing a cycle, about 4 of those. From here, you're going to go in adding on, building onto what we've done so far. So that will be the first cycle, just the E-flats. Second cycle is the E-flats with the G-flat added and the G added. Third cycle has the E-flat, the G-flat, and back to the E-flat with a D-flat added. Now, keep it in mind, the middle note is optional, but if you're using it for the first one, it's B-flat. Second set, D-flat here, staying with that D-flat, then coming back to the E-flat with the B-flat here in the middle, and then going down to the D-flat with the A-flat in the middle. Now, the way that falls is a little bit quicker when it comes back down to that D-flat instead of da 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 ba 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 ba. It's ba 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 ba. Sorry, da 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 da. cycle is when it starts with the doubling back on the G flat. You're going back immediately back to the G flat after you finish the cycle. So you got back. So it's going back G flat, E flat, D flat. That's what you got going on. And this stuff is doing the octave higher. The exact same thing. So fast, it would be like. So that's what you got. Slowing it back down. I'm just trying to do it slow enough for y'all to catch what I'm doing cadence and tempo wise, so you can see exactly how it's falling. Sorry. So that's what you got going there. Then there's another section where I'm kind of, I guess, doing my little old-timey feel, whatever the case may be, where I'm kind of bouncing. What I'm doing there is doing still the basic walk, which I've already shown you. Right hand, I'm hitting an E flat major chord basically, but I'm dropping out my B flat. So I'm just hitting E flat, G, E flat. And you want to windshield wiper, kind of like let them roll behind each other. So as I do that E flat and that G, I'm going up to F minor without the 5. F minor without the 5, so I'm dropping the C out. F, A flat, and F up top. So I'm walking from the E flat up to the F, and then hitting the G flat with a in there, and a G flat up top. So you got G flat, A, and G flat up top. But as I'm hitting that, I'm also going to let my middle finger, because I got my thumb, index finger, and middle finger, kind of hit that B flat right behind it. And slide. Alright, actually, one more thing I want to mention. Before we go up, the first time we're not going to go all the way up to the G. We're just going to walk up and hit that B flat right there. Just basically making a minor tone. E flat minor. So, breaking that down, you got your E flat, G, E flat, F, A flat, F, G flat, A, G flat, and then I want to hit that B flat on there. Just like that. Ba, 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 da. Windshield wiper. That's what I'm doing. Ba, da, ba, ba, da, ba, ba, da, ba, ba. Then I come back down. As I walk up from the E flat to the F to the G flat, I come back down to that F again, the F chord, and back down to the E flat. walking up twice, then hitting that B flat and coming back down. And then going to the tritone with a C and a G flat, half step transition for both notes. I'm going to go from the C to the D flat and the G flat to the G. So as soon as I'm hitting that E flat coming back down, after I do this da da ba ba ba, it's like almost a skip. Da da ba 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 da ba da. Now when I'm walking back up all the way, I'm going to hit that E flat, F, to G flat, and then to the G. Da 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 da. And then I'm going to go up and hit an E flat octave. Just hit them twice. E flat, lower, then to a higher E flat, then back to lower E flat. So you got what's going on there.